Berit Reiss-Andersen, chair of the Norwegian Nobel Committee. You decided to award the 2020 Nobel Peace Prize to the World Food Programme, a UN organization. Why?
Well, first of all, because the World Food Programme gives a significant contribution to combat hunger as such, to combat hunger as a weapon used in war and armed conflict. So that's one reason. Another reason is exactly that it is a UN organization that reaches out globally. 88 countries they gave assistance to during the past year. And we would also like, by this prize, to underline the importance of multilateralism and international organizations operating to solve global problems.
Because awarding the prize to a charismatic person might stir more enthusiasm among a lot of people. You awarded it to a UN organization. A lot of people might find that a bit more dull. Why is that important exactly this year?
Well, I do not believe that the fact that 138 million people have been starving is a dull fact. It is a very disturbing fact, and that is one of the reasons for the prize, that we would like to draw the attention to exactly all these anonymous faces who do not have the proper conditions for enjoying their lives in peace and security. And what is appealing is not relevant in this matter.
We're in the middle of a global pandemic. Did that influence your decision in any way?
Definitely, because we also mentioned the pandemic as part of our reasoning, and there's two sides of the pandemic that is relevant for this prize. First of all, the pandemic has increased the need for food aid, more starving people, more isolated people, and it's also a great challenge for the World Food Organization to get to populations because of the restrictions of the pandemic. So that is the need for food aid and food security has been increased because of the pandemic. And the other side is that the pandemic shows us even stronger that international cooperation is a prerequisite to solve global problems.
And you underline that in your decision as well, the need for more multilateral cooperation, international cooperation, working together. Who are you trying to send a signal to with this prize and talking so much about the need for more cooperation?
We are sending a signal to every nation who raises objections to international cooperation. We are sending a signal to this type of nationalism where the responsibility for global affairs is not being faced. But our mandate is the will of Alfred Nobel. In the criteria of the will, it is exactly the fraternity of nations, that is international cooperation, and supporting peace congresses, that is also organizational international cooperation. So that is our mandate, and actually, annually, we are sending out the same signal. But perhaps this year, we are emphasizing this side of the Nobel Peace Prize even stronger because of the situation the entire world is facing because of the pandemic and millions because of food insecurity.
Finally, the link between food and peace. How obvious is it to you?
When you consider, I think it is rather obvious. First of all, hunger is used as a weapon, starving out populations, forcing people to migrate and leave their land is an old way of warfare. Food is also sometimes a battle of resources, and lack of food causes a weak infrastructure, instability, and causes conflicts among neighbors who are perhaps competing about the same resources. So in our mind, there is an obvious link.
Berit Reiss-Andersen, thank you so much.
Thank you.